9 years ago, the world was captivated by the abduction of a 14-year-old in Salt Lake City by the name of Elizabeth Smart. 9 years later, the trial of her abductor is underway. I'll never forget 9 years ago, I shared the real story behind Elizabeth Smart that the media was too afraid to talk about or tell you. I'm going to tell you that story on today's edition of Live Prayer.
What problems are you dealing with in your life right now?
Do you feel like giving up? Times are hard and you're not strong. Well, I know the answer for you, and it will lead to real truth. Don't look back to yesterday.
Now there are answers.
Tomorrow's on the
Welcome to
way.
Live Prayer.
It's waiting there for you.
Here's your host, Bill Keller.
You can make it through. There is a hope for you.
And welcome to Live Prayer. I'm Bill Keller. It's good to have you with me today. As on the program today, we are going to take a look at the story of Elizabeth Smart. You may remember she was the 14-year-old girl abducted from her bed in the middle of the night from Salt Lake City. And it was one of those few child abductions that had a happy ending in the sense that she wasn't killed. About 6 months later, all of a sudden, Elizabeth Smart was rescued. Here we are 9 years later. It's amazing how time flies, and she's now 23 years old, and the trial of her abductor is underway. I remember 9 years ago in my daily devotional dealing with this issue, sharing with people the real story behind Elizabeth Smart. What people never knew about this story, what the media was either too ignorant or too afraid to talk about. But we're going to talk about it on today's program so you understand the full context of what really happened to Elizabeth Smart. So we're going to get into that in just a minute. I'm Bill Keller, founder of LivePrayer.com, the world's largest interactive Christian website, reaching a little over 2.4 million folks every day via the internet. I would encourage you, if you haven't done so at all, even recently, come visit us, LivePrayer.com. It's got tremendous, unique content you won't find anywhere else. Everything's free. There's nothing to buy or join or pay for. Matter of fact, you can link to our 9/11 Christian Center site from there, our Jonah Project page. It's leading this country back to God, our Live Prayer Church, the world's online cathedral. So much of our video content, audio content, my appearances with Howard Stern. We've got some incredible archives of every devotional I've written every day for 11 years plus now, archive. It's a spiritual treasure chest of resources you can't find anywhere else on the internet. Again, all for free. LivePrayer.com. Come check it out. Of course, yesterday on the program, I shared with you the fact that the 9/11 Christian Center at Ground Zero had a permanent home, but due to threats by different Muslim groups to literally blow up the building. Can you imagine that? Blow up the building. The owners backed out after we had a deal in kind already agreed to, just waiting for the final paperwork. But that's okay because we've been down this road in New York City before, and we're quickly working on an alternative location that we had lined up just in case something like this happened. I'll be able to announce that to you next week. And we're excited because we know that if we weren't doing something important, if we weren't doing something that the Muslim community was afraid of, if we weren't doing something that didn't have the potential of an incredible amount of impact on not just a location and a city and a nation, Satan wouldn't be fighting so hard to keep us out of there. So I'm just telling you right now, this is bigger than anything I ever imagined because you don't get this level of opposition unless you're doing something that Satan is very afraid of. I've got a short vision video of the 9/11 Christian Center. I want you to watch. I want you to catch this vision with me. You've got to understand this nation is hanging in the balance. The soul of this nation is hanging in the balance. We have the ability to turn it back to God and biblical truth. And the 9/11 Christian Center at Ground Zero can be the catalyst to do that. Please watch this, and I'll be right back. I'm Bill Keller, founder of LivePrayer.com. Recently, it was publicized that the Muslims would be building a mosque at Ground Zero. Let me make sure you understand that this was a purposeful and premeditated act. This is not an accident. They already have many mosques in New York City. This was done in a very well-orchestrated way. This mosque at Ground Zero will be a memorial to the greatest triumph of Islam in 1,400 years, 9/11, 2001, when their Muslim brothers flew those planes into the World Trade Center towers. More of their Muslim brothers went into the Pentagon. Others headed to the Capitol, were courageously ditched in the fields in Pennsylvania. But make no mistake about it, this mosque at Ground Zero is a memorial to the greatest triumph of Islam in 1,400 years. It will be a place where they will teach this generation, future generation of Muslims, how to hate this nation, how to turn this nation into a Muslim land, which is their ultimate goal. They will teach people Sharia law, the law that Islam is governed by all over the world. What is our response as Christians? I thought and prayed hard about this. I decided that why hold another rally, another protest march, that a few hours after it was over, everybody would go home and forget about it. Nothing would change. I realize there are many great efforts to try to stop this mosque from being constructed. And while I pray they're effective, and while I pray that they will be successful, in my heart of hearts, I know that the Muslims, with their massive amounts of money, will be ultimately victorious. This mosque will be built. We don't need another protest. What we need is a bold, visible response to what the Muslims are about ready to do at Ground Zero. That response is the 9/11 Christian Center at Ground Zero. We aren't going there with swords. We're going there with the gospel of Jesus Christ. This is like Elijah on that wonderful day where he invited the prophets of Baal to Mount Carmel and said, let's see whose God answers by fire. Today I issue that same challenge to Imam Faisal Raouf, the Imam of the Ground Zero Mosque. You bring your false God, I'll bring the God of the Bible, and we'll see which God answers by fire. Phase 1, we will hold services every Sunday, starting September 5th at 11 o'clock through the end of the year at the New York Marriott, right by Ground Zero. As of January 1st, we'll move into our permanent facility at Ground Zero, where we will hold evangelistic meetings 7 days a week. We will have a special 9/11 memorial prayer room for visitors to Ground Zero and those who work in the financial district, those who live in that area, to come and pray. I know that as time goes on, the Muslims will try to silence me. They will try even to kill me. But the gospel won't be stopped. And I need you to help me today. I need you to stand with me. Many people are outraged by what is about ready to happen at Ground Zero. And people say, how can my voice be heard? You can stand with me and the 9/11 Christian Center. Go to my website, LivePrayer.com. On the left menu bar, click on the donation link. There is a secure server there where you can give via major credit card, you can give via PayPal, or you can just drop a check to our corporate headquarters in St. Petersburg, Florida. You can take a stand against this mosque, a meaningful stand, a stand that not only is going to drown out the lies of Islam, but it's going to lead souls to faith in Jesus Christ. I believe it's going to spark a revival in the city of New York, and I believe it's going to turn this nation back to God and His truth. Please, stand with me today. Your voice can be heard. You can make a difference. The 9/11 Christian Center at Ground Zero is the answer to this mosque and for this nation. I'm Bill Keller. God bless you. That's the 9/11 Christian Center at Ground Zero. Please be praying for us and pray about how God wants you to help me. We've got an important announcement, our first of the day coming up. I want you to watch it very carefully, and then I'm coming back to tell you the part of the Elizabeth Smart saga that you've never heard before anywhere else. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Stay tuned for more Live Prayer. I'm Bill Keller of Live Prayer, and I need your help. God has challenged me to open the 9/11 Christian Center at Ground Zero. This is a response to the new mosque that's being built within a block of the World Trade Center towers used to stand. The Muslims are spending $110 million to build this mosque. God said to me to go put a Christian center within a block of Ground Zero, and that's what we're doing. We're going to open the center on Sunday, September 5th. I'll be flying personally to New York to hold those services every Sunday till the end of the year. And then starting January 1st, the center will literally be open 24/7. We'll hold evangelistic services there every day. We'll have a special 9/11 memorial prayer room so that those who come to New York City to visit that hallowed ground will have a place to come and meditate, pray, just spend some quiet time. This is a great undertaking. I can't do this alone. I need your help. To give a gift to the 9/11 Christian Center, you can go to liveprayer.com. Click on the donation link on the left menu bar. There you will find a secure server so you can make a gift with your major credit card, or you can give via PayPal. Or if you want to just drop a check to us, that's great. You can send that to our headquarters in St. Petersburg, Florida. That address is on your screen. In the information line of your check, just put 9/11 Christian Center, and your gift will go to this great undertaking. Islam is a 1,400-year-old lie from hell. The audacity of the Muslims to build a center in the shadows of where the Trade Center towers that their Muslim brothers knocked down, killing 3,000 innocent people, is a travesty. People are upset. I'm upset, but we're taking action. Sunday, September 5th. We will put our faith to the test as we open the 9/11 Christian Center at Ground Zero. I need your help. I need your prayers. I need your support. Thank you, and God bless you. Welcome back to Live Prayer. 9 years ago, this nation was captivated by the story of Elizabeth Smart, a then 14-year-old teenager who was literally abducted in the middle of the night right from her very bed and taken away. I think what was the most incredible part of this story was that 6 months later she was rescued, still alive. Because as you know, sadly, these stories very rarely, if ever, have a good ending. I remember when the story broke, and being that it was Salt Lake City, the home of Mormonism, I started to do a little research.